As you're driving away, come on, pick up your phone. Don't have to face it alone. Gonna fight with you, in for you. Yeah, I want you to know I will stand your ground like it's your battle. The scars and leave my ex home up till you can feel it. Can you feel it? You can call my name, I'll hold your hand. May keep all your secrets safe till you can see me. Can you see me coming, running for you? Dead of night, can you hear me holler? You're alright, I'll take your fears and wipe your eyes and wear it out like war paint. Wear it out like war paint. Wear it out like as you're driving away.
Presented by Scott Credit Union. Your St. Louis,
New York. It's my kind of screw it town. Aloha, everybody. I'm Guy, the White Blues fan, and this is the Blue Note Fan Report. This is the show that he says is by a fan, for a fan, and about you, the fan. Yes, that's what makes this show work, is you, the fan. As the St. Louis Blues, who are in a bit of a funk, are in the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, New York, taking on Shaggy's Rangers. Shaggy has a wedding to go to, so he may be here, he may not be here. Ashley's mad at me, so she may be here, she may not be here. And Lance is just Lance, so he may be here or he may not be here. And no, Ashley's not mad at me. I'm full of shit. I'm just making jokes. Don't take anything wrong. I'm just having a good time. I'm trying to take my life to the next step, buds. I really am. I want this show to take that step. I want you to help me take that step. 30th of December, mark it on your calendar. Are you ready? Well, playing Call of Duty and watching me. Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. Shackle's back. See, everybody thought Shackle was mad at me and Shackle was going to beat me up and he was going to go, Guy, you were mean to me. I not like you no more. That's not who Shackle is. Shackle loves me. No, my birthday is coming up, my friends, December 30th at JP Fields, 6 p.m. Show is at 8. $5 cover. Though I don't know about the cover yet. I have to check with have to talk with Soup on that to make sure he's okay with that. The cover, I want people that want to be there. I mean, if $5 is enough to keep you from coming to say hi to me and celebrate my birthday with me, F you. Right? I mean, I'm spending $3,000 minimum to come to St. Louis to do this. And why not? Why not do something that's going to help me out? Anthony, how are you, my friend? Well, I hope so. I think it'll be a higher scoring game than that. You know what? We're going to talk a little bit about this. I got sent something. I'm going to play it in first intermission. I won't play it right away, but there was some stuff. Yes, we're playing the Rangers tonight. Yes, we need a win. Shackle, you know, I'm Joe. Shackle, you got to know, okay, that you and me, we talk, and we're good. There's no issues, okay? it got taken out of context and it got misread by a lot of parties, but it doesn't matter. Now, I got to say something about Berube, right? Berube is a caveman. Berube is an absolute caveman, and he's coaching caveman hockey. And that's not what these guys need. Now, what is that? We'll talk about that in the first intermission. But what I want to talk about is what, and I thought about doing it on TikTok, but I had a bunch of appointments today, so I figured I'll do it here, and then we'll come back and I'll cut it out and we'll do some connections to it. But let's talk about what these Blues need to hear. What do we think the problem is? Now, I know I'm looking at this team and I say I got it. I know what's wrong with this team. There is no doubt in my mind what's wrong with this team. And the reason I say that is 4 ships. One hot plant. I get what's going on. Okay? These guys, there is something that has happened. Leadership or whatever. There's some toxicity going on. And these guys don't know how to handle this toxicity because they're looking at it wrong. So, this is my pregame speech to the guys. And in just a moment. Gentlemen, my name is Guy Bensing, and I served 20 years in the Navy. I served on 4 ships, was officially in combat once, but was in combat areas 7 times. The Gulf War, Iraqi freedom twice, Afghanistan, and a no-fly zone twice each. That's my extent of knowing a team. You guys have an issue right now. And the issue is, for some reason, some of you don't like each other. You know what? That's A-okay. Not a big deal. And I'm going to tell you a little story. When I got to my 3rd ship, there was this guy on it. He'd been in the Navy all of 5.5 years. I'd been in 10, and we had the same rank, and we're advancing at the same level. This gentleman was very, very book smart, extremely book smart, but he couldn't turn a wrench. We were preparing to go into a pre-launch basket. And prior to that pre-launch basket, they got us together in our little cores and that, and they were talking to us and they were asking, well, what do we do? What do you do if this happens? And the question was, what if we hit a mine? What do you do? And this guy immediately goes, well, ... He told us what was in the book. And I remember being when a mine hit. It didn't go off, but I heard it hit. And I'll tell you, for that short period of time, the book went out the window. And I tried to tell him that. Now, this guy, I could not stand. If he was on the ship and he was on fire, I wouldn't piss on him. But let's say we were out in town. I'd have nothing to do with him. He'd be over there, I'd be here. Until he got in the fight. The moment he got in the fight, I'd be there to back him up. If the shit hit the fan while we were on the ship and he needed my help, I would help him. Why? Because he's my brother. How I feel about him doesn't frickin' matter. The only thing that matters is the battle. We cannot win the battle alone. He may think more about the name on the front of his jersey than the one on the back. And for a Navy guy, our names were on the front. Our unit patches were on the back. But when the shit hits the fan, none of that matters. All that matters is we do our job and we take care of business. So, gentlemen, go out there, do your job, and take care of business. You can hate him tomorrow, but for the next 3 hours, he's your brother. Play for him like you would for anybody else. Let that other shit go till it's time to not let it go. So, guys, go out there and win tonight. Now, I know that was off the cuff and it's kind of shitty, but that's what they need to hear. All of that locker room shit doesn't matter once you get on the ice. That's how I feel. Right? Maybe I'm wrong. Unfortunately, I think McTavish or Hitchcock, but I don't think I think McTavish before Hitchcock. I don't think it'll be either one of them. It wouldn't be Otto or Van Ryn. It's going to be McTavish or Hitchcock. And the problem with both of those guys is they're the exact same. They're the exact same guy as Berube. I do believe Ott would be a head coach soon. For me, Chiefs, his message has worn thin. Very, very, very thin. And he doesn't get it. And he's got a locker room issue that he can't fix. And he can't fix it because he's part of the locker room. Right? And that's, that he's part of that issue. Yeah, Shockey, exactly. Yes, I can. I can always see comments. It's whether or not I see names and who's posting them. Okay, but it has a penalty kill that was 5th in the league, is now last in the league. I'd say McTavish isn't doing a great freaking job. Right? Would you say McTavish is doing a good job? Wait a minute. What team did McTavish take to the finals last year? Are you talking about a minor league team? See, I'm not. I'm not there. Right? Yeah, and it happens a lot. AHL. Well, see, the AHL means nothing to me when it comes to a championship. Right? Now, he wasn't in Springfield. He would have won it with the Wolves. But you look at both Springfield and the Wolves, they had pretty stacked rosters as far as they had guys that had a lot more NHL experience than a lot of the teams they played. So to me, I don't get there. Right? So that's where I'm at. For me, right now, this team just needs to put all the bullshit aside and play for each other. And if they do that, they'll be fine. But until they do that, not going to happen. Right? Uh-oh, he's not mad at me anymore today. Hi, Lance.
Hey, Guy, how are you?
Not bad. Ashley Jones, Bill Snur, Jason Nichols, Don Hefner. Thank you for putting them thumbs in the air. We greatly appreciate it. And to the other 14 that are watching us, 5 on Guy Benching and 9 on YouTube, we appreciate you just as much. Well, what do you think's going on with the Blues as they take on the Rangers tonight, Mr. Lance Scott? I'm really in a different mode.
I don't know what's going on with this team, and I don't think anybody can really say what's going on with this team. I would just like to see constant effort for 50, 60 minutes. I know we can't, very few teams play great 60 minutes. You're going to have bad spots. I don't care if you're the best team in the league or the worst team in the league. I want to see them play for each other. I want to see them care, because right now it just doesn't look like they care. I mean, when you have key players that don't look like they're trying and don't look like they're caring, and know everybody, Vladimir Tarasenko is not one of those people that is being lazy. I'm tired of people piling on him. I need
No, it's
people.
not. Tarasenko's been one of the best players out there, and everybody points. This is the issue, right? Everybody points. Well, look at his production. He's not scoring goals. He's not scoring goals because Craig Berube wants him to play two-way fucking hockey, and that's exactly what he's doing. And because he can't play, because he can't score goals, everybody's complaining. But he's one of the best two-way players we have on the team right now.
It's like this. When you have a natural goal scorer, and I'm going to put Jordan Kyrou in that.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan Kyrou is a natural goal scorer.
I agree.
When you ask a natural goal scorer to make sure constantly in his head, especially a young player, you got to be strong defensively. You got to be a two-way player. You got to do this. You got to do that. It can get in their heads. Tell me another team that has 21 guys. You know, I'm including the goalies, but it has 21 guys, and all of them are two-way players. It's impossible, people. You need to have people that are two-way players, which would be your third or fourth line a lot of times.
Yeah.
You need to have guys that can score, that you can count on to score. Those are guys like Tarasenko and Kyrou. When they have to focus, I'm not saying that they don't have to play good defensively. I'm not saying that. But when they have to focus on it night in and night out, they cannot focus on scoring and being those guys that make stuff happen. And I put it out today. Watch Vladimir Tarasenko, because apparently you're not watching him. All you're watching is the stat sheet. Watch him how many times. I mean, the other night, guy, was it against Dallas? He had 2 or 3 massive hits. I mean, he was really physical.
He proved in that last game, the game against Pittsburgh, how wrong he's being used. Right? And the reason I say that is, look at what happened when he got behind the play like he's supposed to, and he got that pass up where it was supposed to be at the red line, one-on-one, him and the goalie. And what's he do? He buries it. Shary had no freaking chance.
No chance. And like I told people, lazy players don't score goals.
Like that.
Vladimir
like
Tarasenko's not lazy. It's hard to score a goal in this league, guys. It's really hard. And when you've been a 25 to 35, 40 goal scorer throughout your career, you're not lazy, because it's hard to score goals. They don't just fall into your lap.
Our defense provides a lot of our offense. Should be unnecessary with this group of forwards. Well, see, that's the issue. Our defense does create some offense, and it should be the exact opposite. Our offense should be our defense. We should be having that puck on a cycle every single time you bring it in. Every single time you bring that puck in, they want to dump it in instead of forcing it in to get back on the cycle. No one wants to get on the cycle. And then when someone does get it in there, they take a shot because everybody's yelling, shoot, stop passing. Well, the problem is when you shoot and there's nobody there, you're one and done. If you go behind the net and bring it back out and you have guys around there, then you shoot.
Yeah, and
you don't just shoot because you think you can.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say, you know what I want to see? I want to see Kyrou and I want to see Tarasenko playing responsibly. That's fine. But I also want to see them skating around in that defensive zone, watching for one of their teammates to get that pass so that they're heading down the ice immediately. I mean, because look at Brett Hall. Brett Hall was terrible defensively for most of his career, but he would hang around in the defense. He would be responsible, not great, but responsible. And when he saw a teammate get a puck, he would lean towards that blue line and start heading towards that red line for a 2-on-1, 3-on-2, 1-on-0. Your guys have to be able to do that.
Brett Hall made this famous. I called it the blue line circle.
Yep.
He would get a play in, and as soon as the play was this is when they're on defense, right? He would go in and he would skate to the top of the house between the circles.
Yep.
And he would see what was happening defensively, right? If he felt that the guys were responsible on the puck, he would turn around and head towards the opposite side and start doing a lap.
Yep.
He'd do a lap. He'd do a slow lap around the blue line. And as soon as the blue got the puck, now you got to remember, the red line was there.
Yep.
He would kind of change his direction So he was closer to the center of the ice. And if there was a pass coming, he started toward. I've seen more than a couple of times where he passed the red line for a breakaway and it got called on it. But he was there. He did that. Vladdy has that ability. Kyrou has that ability, but it's taken away from them.
And I'm going to take you back to another player that you and I both know, a guy that did that a lot. And he got a lot of his goals from being responsible defensively, but also kind of hanging around that blue line. Like you said, going around in the circle, playing what he's supposed to be doing, but watching for that outlet pass. That was Gary Unger. You can ask Gary Unger that. Gary Unger did that all the time.
Gary told me, I don't even know if I should say this. I was asking him about, okay, back in your day, everybody played defense. And Gary looked at me and says, they never paid me to play defense.
That's right.
He told me that. They didn't pay me to play defense.
No.
That's why I wouldn't play in Detroit. I mean, shit, Gordie Howe didn't play defense.
No, but you know what? When he had to hit somebody and be physical in the corner, he could, because he was a beast.
But that's the thing, Tarasenko's not a defensive player. And
well, he's not supposed to be, but because he's become a decent one and he can lay out a hit. He's got a big body.
He has. And guys, I'm trying to keep up with your comments. I'm looking at them. My eyes aren't working good today, so I apologize with that.
One thing I want to say tonight, and I just remember it because I'm going to talk to you about it. When a guy in the opposite team goes in the corner to fight for a puck, I'm sick and tired of seeing 3 Blues players against one guy, which leaves other players from the other team wide open.
Absolutely.
I'm sick and tired of seeing that. And you know why they're doing it? Because they're so worried about getting in the boards and mucking it up, because that's what Berube is pushing them to do. I think Berube did a great job last year as a coach. You and I both admit that. We're not big Berube fans, but he was awesome last year. He adapted. This year, he's gone back to the Berube from before.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. I think Tim Gifford. Has he been here before? I think so.
I think he has, yeah.
Hey, Tim, welcome to the show. I'm Guy to the Hawaii Blues fan, and this is my buddy Lance, the Drop to Scott. He's a partial co-host. I think, is that a good way to describe you, Lance?
Yeah, a limited time co-host.
Yeah, limited time co-host. He's around for me sometimes. But we appreciate it, man. We appreciate you. Thank you. He says every once in a while, well, don't forget to put that thumb in the air, bud. We appreciate it. Like Jeff Horseman, Russ Tidlin, Jason Langford, Brad Pan, Ashley Jones, Bill Snurr, Jason Nichols, and John Hefner did. We appreciate it. And Tim, share the show out. Let people know about this show and how much fun it can be. At least I hope you think it's fun. You're right. I think that Berube is a clown. What he did, the way he went off on Bennington. Now, I'm sorry. I had somebody argue with me and say that two of the 4 goals were on Bennington. I didn't think any of them were.
At most one, and that was that goal that kind of went off Leddy and went between his legs.
Yeah.
At the most.
Okay, but how can you put it? Because it hit Leddy first.
I know, but I'm saying at the most. If somebody wants to say that one, I will understand why they say it. Do I agree with it? No, but I will understand why they say it. So when they score all those goals, and like people were complaining about that one on Twitter, you saw that, and I'm like, oh my God, you mean your goalie was responsible for 1 goal out of 5 or 6?
Yeah.
Let's tear him apart. And here's one thing. A goaltenders play off of confidence. Okay.
Yeah.
A coach, if he wants to talk to a goalie about some of that, don't tell the media. Keep your damn mouth shut. You go to him personally in your office, say, Jordan, we don't expect that with the Blues. You need to get your emotions in control. We love it when you're feisty, but you've got to watch it, Instead, he rips him in the media.
You know what I wish Jordan would have done? And sorry, Lance, I didn't mean to walk over you, bud.
That's all right.
You know what I wish Jordan would have done instead of going after the Rangers or the Penguins? Going after his own fucking bench.
I knew you were going to say that, yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious. Mm-hmm. I would have liked to seen him take that stick and go, thanks for supporting me, you jackasses. I'm playing for you. When are you going to start playing for me? And look, I'm not a fucking Bennington supporter. I'm not a Bennington backer. I have ripped Bennington left, right, and center a lot. Ask Ashley. She would get pissed at me the way I was bragging on Bennington, right? I'm looking at the play now going, he's on him.
And here's my question. In all these post-game press conferences where the team has played bad, where they haven't played as a team, they've either given up a big lead and lost, or they've just given up a lot of goals. how many times have you seen Craig Berube say, we need to be better? The coaches need to be better. Not once. He puts it all on the players. And by him going publicly after Jordan Bennington, he has lost even more respect in that locker room than he's already lost.
Yeah. See, even Ashley says she's the Bennington supporter. So
Well, I'm a goalie like Ashley was, and I support him. But when things are bad, I'll tell you, yeah, he had a bad game. But the other night, his team let him down just like about 5 or 6 other times this year.
Yeah, Bennington it's not that he hasn't played well. I thought he's played well, right? I absolutely have thought he's played well. And I think that he can be the guy we need him to be. I mean, really, if you take his numbers away, if you don't look at numbers and you look at, he hasn't lost 6 straight games. I don't think that's true. Is it? Wow.
No, he hasn't lost 6 straight games.
Yeah.
No. And another thing is,
John, I don't think that's right. I mean, you could be.
No.
I mean, John's usually pretty good on this stuff because if he's saying it out there, he's putting it out there from what they put on TV. But I don't think that's right.
No, I don't think it's right either. And I'm going to tell you something. The goal from the other night that deflected off of Pareko's stick.
Yeah.
And I've seen people who played hockey for a long time tell me that's on Bennington because he should be able to adjust to make that save. Sorry, guys. When you have your glove ready and you got your angle ready to make a save and it goes in a different direction, 4 to 6 inches away from where you think it's going, you're not going to save it 99.9% of the time. You're just not. I don't care if you're Martin Brodeur. I don't care if you're Patrick Waugh. I don't care if you're Terry Sawchik. I don't care if you're Grant Fuhr. You're not going to make that save 99.9% of the time.
Okay, hold on, John. I want to check something. You've got me curious now.
Well, they've only lost 3
back.
games in a row. They've only lost 3 or 4 games in a row. So, and he won games before that.
So hold on.
Grice wasn't in the net for those 3 previous games.
No, normally they have something on here with who the goaltender is, right? Ottawa Senators. That was an overtime win. Wasn't Bennington in net for that, or was that?
I thought he was.
Oh, wait a minute. No, that's the Rangers. Sorry. That was the Rangers, not the Blues.
Looks like the last 5 games. The last 5 games he's played.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. Give me a second. Further down. I'm looking at the stat pack I sent earlier.
And all you people tearing him apart, I want you to look at how many shots the Blues have allowed.
Oh yeah, way too many. They're at the bottom of the league in this. Okay, here we go. Right? Florida Panthers. That was an overtime win. Was that would have been Grice, wasn't it? I think that was Grice.
I show his last games as December 3rd, December 1st, November 28th, November 25th, and November 23rd, and he didn't win any of those.
Nope. So the last win was against the Ducks.
That sounds right.
On the 21st. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be a 6th attempt.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Right? Because we beat the Ducks twice. That was part of the 7-game or 6-game, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-game win streak, right? So you go back. So we've only had 1, 2, 3. We've had 5 losses since the last Duck win. So there's no way it could be. So this could be a 6th attempt at it, but not a 7th. Mm-hmm. And that's amazing to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I want people who have opinions on this team to watch the certain players that they say are doing great or that they say are doing bad. Watch them through the whole game. I'm not talking about what you see in the stat sheet. I'm not talking about what you see when they make a bad play. I want you to watch them for the whole game. Because the other night
he said, hold on. Sorry, Rance. Ryan, he said a lot more than that.
Yeah, okay? He did. He said
he came out straight up and said, you got to stop the puck.
Yep. Yeah,
he put that entire game on Bennington, right? That entire game on Bennington. You know, it's not how many words you say; it's with the weight of the words that you say, right? So for me, his words. I mean, That when you say you know do your job and stop the puck, you're saying that he didn't do his job and stop the puck. Where maybe one of those goals was on him. The shooting lanes that were there were incredible. The backdoor pass. How many times have we been beaten on the backdoor pass because there's nobody in the freaking middle of the ice?
Yeah. Here's what Berube said. It's got to stop. And this is just some of it. This is not all of it. It doesn't help anything. Just play goal and stop the puck. And that's not all he said.
Yeah, but that's got a lot of weight to it.
Yeah, it does. And like I said, other players see him not standing up for his players. You lose respect as a coach. If you want to rip somebody, I've always been that type of a person. I like coaches that would take me aside personally and not in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And rip you. Now, there's times where it's good to rip you. If you're a top player and you have a bad game and the coach gets onto you, then other players will see, hey, he's a great player, but he's being held accountable. We're going to be held accountable. We better do better. So he's not playing it right. He's just not.
Brian, I gotta ask this, right? You say, yeah, he's the goalie. Of that last game, how many of those stops were saves that you're supposed to make? How many of those goals were on saves you're supposed to make? At the bare minimum, at the bare maximum, at the maximum, I think you can go one, maybe one.
Maybe, yep.
The rest of them were on plays where the defense let him down. There were passing lanes. There were guys in front of the net that shouldn't have been there.
There were guys on the side of the net wide open. Yeah, there were guys on the side of the net wide open to take passes. There's nothing Bennington can do about that.
Hey, Tim, what group are you watching me in, bud? I'm guessing, I know you're watching me in Guy Bensing, so I know you're watching me in Shary, but what group are you watching me on? Kyrou does turn it over, but I think what you're seeing is Kyrou's a little bit confused and trying to play this two-way game, and he's not a defensive player. He's doing better, but he's not a defensive player. And a lot of this is, well, okay, Tim. Okay, are you watching me from Guy Bensing, or are you watching me from St. Louis I Bleed Blue, or Let's Go Blues, or St. Louis? I mean, so what group particular? Where did you click to watch me? That's what I'm asking. I know you're on Facebook, right? Because I share this in different groups. Guy Bensing. So it's not really a group. You're looking at the direct feed. Okay, I got it now. Thank you. Your direct feed. That's me. That's my direct feed that I put out to everybody. There's a group called Let's Go Blues, right? And that group very much supports me. The two main admin will never, I don't think, well, unless I really piss them off, but I don't think that, I mean, they let my show go in. They promote my show. They're here on the show at times. You'll see them. I really appreciate it. We got 13 watching. We got 10 likes. Kyle Hauser, Tim Gillard, Jeff Horseman, Russ Tidlin, Bryant, Jason Langford, man, I can't speak. Brad Pond, Ashley Jones, Beal Schnur, and two more that I can't see at the moment. Thank you so much. I share it in groups. Let's Go Blues. I will share it in there. I share it on Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan. That is my group. My group. That group is led by me. I share it in St. Louis I Bleed Blues. St. Louis All Sports Crew. I share it in there. There's a few other groups, and I try and manage where I share it. I'm trying to limit it and let you share it in groups so it doesn't get overshared.
I think you're frozen, Guy. You look like a meat popsicle.
By me. Back?
You're back now.
Okay, so Tim Gillard said earlier, Kyrou gives the puck up too much in that. He's leading the team in goals with 9 goals. It's not saying much because there's guys out there with 20 goals.
And another thing is this. A lot of times when a player tries to do something, he tries too hard, and then they will turn the puck over.
Yeah.
At least he's trying to make something happen.
Yeah, but it's just go out there and play your game tonight.
Yep.
Play your game tonight, and leave the locker room shit in the locker room.
Yep.
And that's that little pregame speech. It didn't come out as good as I wanted. I'm gonna have to work on that.
Yeah.
That little pregame speech I was talking about. You gotta look. I served with a couple of guys, and I'll tell you what. There were more than a couple of guys that I would. If they were on fire, I wouldn't piss on them. I wouldn't have pissed on them. But I'll tell you what. If the shit hit the fan, I'd have been right there by their side. I think it's a problem for everybody, and I don't think it's as much of a problem for Kyrou as everybody thinks it is. Kyrou's speed gets him to the point where he's all alone and there's nobody to support him, and that causes him to lose the puck because he's got nowhere to go, and then he gets knocked off it. If he had somebody that was there with him that could assist him and help him and give him an outlet, then maybe he wouldn't turn the puck over so much. So I don't think it's as much of a problem as you think it is. I think it's more of a system problem than it is, right? Oh, someone's watching on BlueNote Fan Report. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think that's Brad Pond. I know he uses that. Guys, you're great, man. You guys are great. I'll pay attention. I'll try and pay attention to it tonight, Tim. All right, I really will. So, Tim, I don't know if you've been here before. The way this show works is this link stays active all through the game. During the game, for the most part, I go out. I try and pay attention to the game. I don't like doing reaction shows because I don't feel very well with them. I don't think I do very well. I'm not in that mode right now. So at the intermissions, we come back, same link, come back, join us. During the game, if you see something, put it in the chat, and it helps us know. Well, now we need to all run away because Big Bob is back. Oh, my goodness. Torp should be it now, and it's Berube that's keeping him from being it, right? And that's the way I feel. But Torp, you're right. Torp should be that guy. He's got the tools to be that guy, right? I really believe that. John Penner, hey buddy, how you doing, man? 15 watching. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. 6 on Guy Bensing, 1 on Hawaii STL Blues Fan Clan, 1 on the Blue Note Fan Report and on Facebook group, our Facebook page, and 6 on YouTube at the Blue Note Fan Report. Thank you so much. No, he's not to blame for everything, but there's enough going on right now for me to sit there and say that this is the coach's job now. Right? This is the coach's issue. There's something going on that coaching hasn't fixed. Because you see the same problems every game. It's not like it's a new problem each game. It's the same problem every game. Right? I'm not blaming Berube for everything, but I'm also watching on how they on what's happening. If I saw a different way they lost every game, then yeah, that's on the players. But it's not. It's the same thing every game. Well, obviously, your constant line shifting isn't helping because nobody can get freaking comfortable or chemistry with anybody. Your berating players isn't working because they stopped playing for you and they've stopped playing for each other. When in 19, everybody blame Yo. Everybody blame Yo. No one wants to blame Berube because he won a cup in 19. Okay, game's on. See ya! Sorry, guys, I got called away and I missed all the scoring. So, Lance, you got to tell me what's going on with the scoring, bud.
Well, 2 goals by the Rangers, one of them on a goal 2 seconds into a power play that should have never happened. The Rangers guy grabbed Kairu's stick and wouldn't give it back. And Kairu even put his hands up to show that he didn't have the stick, and that's when they called the penalty on him. So that happened, and it was due to a screen in front of Bennington. The first goal was a screen, perfect screen. He was looking for it.
First goal I felt was on Bennington. I did see that.
Nope, he was too screened. He couldn't see the puck. His player was in front of him, and the other player was in front of him. He had the right angle to the puck based on where the shooter was, and the shooter shot it far side, right where the Rangers player was.
Okay, now I see it. Yeah, okay. Now that I see it a little better, okay, that's done on Bennington.
Yeah, these the Blues need to do 2 things. This team will win if they do 2 things. Get guys in front of the net on the offensive side and push guys out of the front of Bennington. They'll win a lot of games doing that, but they haven't done that consistently.
So, Ryan, let me ask you this. How does Bennington stop that puck? Tell me how he stops that puck.
When you can't see it.
Yeah. How does he stop that puck? Does he push Blaze out of the way? Does he go and push Blaze out of the way? Is that what he's supposed to do? I want to know.
Yeah, based on the shooter, I would have taken that exact same angle to the puck that he did. He took the right angle to the puck.
Sorry about the late intermission report, guys. I got a phone call from one of my doctors, and I had to deal with it, and I didn't realize. I thought we were like earlier in the game, and all of a sudden I'm hearing Alexa's dad going, "Oh shit!" So it is 2-1 Rangers. Let me see here. Let me figure out. God, this is man. I'm a complete mess, bud. Right? But then again, when am I? I've got to learn how to talk with my new tongue. So no waiter. What are you yelling? I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm yelling at everybody. Oh, no excuses for me being late to the show. Okay, that I give you. Okay. I misunderstood you, Ryan. And you're right. No excuse. I should have been here. Oh man, so who'd they get goals from? Fox and Schneider. And our goal was a quick kick in by Bushnevich, right? A tip in.
Yep.
Right. Let me see here. Okay. So Schneider gets the even strength goal from Guthrie. I mean, it was a good. I thought it was a great shot. Then Bushnevich gets an even strengther from Letty and Thomas. I think Letty had a shitty period. He was passing to nobody. He get the puck and not even pay attention and just throw it to a Rangers player. Right? I saw a lot of that. Did you not see that, or am I wrong on that one?
There were several times in the offensive zone where he made those back passes, or once he got the puck along the boards. You know, it's one thing to do those passes, those no-look passes. You've got to know somebody's back there. You have to. And he didn't know, apparently, because he kept giving it right back over to the Rangers. Yeah, he did not have a good period.
I don't know, Robert. I mean,
Robert, okay, here's what I want you to do, Robert. I want you to get in your living room. I want you to get into a goalie stance, and I want to put 2 people in front of you and to where you're not going to move
Jackson
them.
And Alex.
Yeah, and you tell me how he's supposed to see that puck. Tell me.
Yeah,
because
no,
he had the right angle. He came out like he should have came out right around the red line, around the blue circle there, and he did what he's supposed to do. You cannot fault him on that. You can't.
I already lost a $5 straight win Rangers 4-0, but did tell me we'd win and Butch would get a hat trick. I hope Butch gets a hat trick. Do you suppose Berube sat Rosen to allow the really bad defensive play to be exposed? I hope so.
Oh my God. Guys.
What?
Cal Rosen is the guy you can bring up for 15, 20, 30 games in a season.
No, but that's not what he's saying, Jose. That's not what he's saying, Lance.
I know, but all these people I saw a lot of people today upset that Cal Rosen wasn't starting because he's a great player. No, Cal Rosen's not a great player. He's an AHL player you can call up that'll give you good minutes for 20, 30 games a season. That's what he's been his whole career. And that's what if he was such a good defenseman, he has to clear waivers going down. Nobody else is wanting him.
Yeah, no, that's not what I think is being said there. They went with 7 defensemen to get a better defensive game. Well, now they sit that 7th defenseman and say, okay, see how bad our defensive game is. That I think is possible. I don't think it's that, you used to sit Rosen and then all that.
I don't think any coach does that. If a coach does that, he should be fired. You need to put your players out there that gives you the best chance to win. And if you're playing games like that and saying, well, I'm going to put Bortuzzo out there to show you how bad the defense is, should be fired in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Can they call holding the stick if it's not being held by well, they're all holding sticks. Syphilis? Gonorrhea?
The gift that keeps on giving?
Well, I mean, see what they said?
Yeah, guess what I got today?
Yeah, so herpes, syphilis, gonorrhea,
scabies? One
of those.
Scabies?
Scabies? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's after. That's banking. Look, man, I don't know what's going on. Jeremy, what's my prediction for the second? More of the same bullshit. I don't see this team. Even here, they're not coming out and doing, and they're snake bit. They don't think they can win. They don't. They too many shots where they just don't do what they need to do. I don't think this team thinks it can win, and that's my thing right now.
Yeah, and I want somebody to tell me that this team's not playing tentatively on the ice, because they are. Yeah, they're playing
9 shots for us, 6 for them. They got 2 goals on 6. 2 goals. 20 attempts for us, 8 for them. Wow. I'm looking at these stats and I'm going, what the fuck?
But you know what's funny is the Rangers haven't played a good game either.
No, and they're up 2-1. Are we that freaking bad that a team can play that crappy and still be leading 2-1?
This team has no heart. They just don't.
I got my Blues PJs and slippies. It's Mary. Oh, I'm sorry, Mary. Oh, I'm so sorry. Mary, I'm so sorry. I thought it was after. Your name didn't show up. See where it says Facebook user? You went in the Hawaii Blues fan clan. Yeah. So, and if you use the clan, which is fine, I don't mind you using the clan, but where it says, it posts the show, there's a thing where it says see more. You need to click on that, because then it'll tell you to click on StreamYard so I can see your name. And a lot of people don't do that.
You're a butt.
I'm sorry, Mary. I'm so sorry. I seriously thought it was Hefner. Oh my God. And I'm asking Mary to hook me up with Doc, and now she's going,
he's going to hook you up. All right.
Oh my goodness. Okay. You know what? I'm with you. I'm with him on this one. Hold on a second. I'm with him on this one. I agree on this one. I'm doing it.
Oh, there you Ashley.
Go. There you go.
Poor Ashley.
What did she say? To give herself a haircut. So, I'm sorry. Right. Oh, there we go. So are you still in Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, or did you go to Guy Bensing? I want to know which one if you did that. God, I love you people. And Mary, I know you're laughing about this. I know you are.
Yeah, she is.
I do feel bad. Okay. Had I known that was you, I would not have said that.
I thought Guy knew who it was.
She went to the Guy Bensing. I think I'm just going to stop posting putting it directly in Hawaii Blues Fan Clan, but share it to the clan from the Guy Benson, because then it just these guys, they don't have to click this thing. I'm glad my girl isn't the only one. You're right. They need to wake up and smell the coffee, Brad. I absolutely agree with you there. Yeah, point straight to Hefner. See now I know that's Hefner. Right now I know that's Hefner. Hey, Tammy, how you doing? E, how you doing?
Good evening.
I just want them to play good.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's
I
like
want them to play
it's like
better
you and
than
I have
what they're
discussed.
playing.
If they play good and they lose 3-4, hey, at least they played good and it was entertaining, and you could tell the team cared. They're not playing like they care right now.
Yeah. What do I say? And I know people get on me for this. There are good wins. There are bad wins. There are good losses. There are bad losses. We have not had any good losses in a long frickin' time. They've all been bad.
They've not been losses. I don't fully agree with you about good losses, but I do understand what you're saying. In some losses, there's good things you can get out of it.
What you said. You know, they lose 3-4, but they play good. That's a good loss.
It's something that you can go as a fan. Man, they gave it their all, and they gave it their all. I'm proud of this team.
They don't hate to lose, and that's a good point.
Yep, I think there's a lot of those guys there that don't care if they win or lose.
Yeah, that's a good point. We got 17 people. Tammy Pemberton, Sammy Helms, Jeremy Brander, E. Guido Erickson, Krieger, Michael Dante, John Penner, Kyle Hauser, 9 more. Thank you all. I'm going to tell you
something. I never played professional, but I got nervous before every game because that's just the way I am. Yeah. And if I lost, it really tore me up. It tore my stomach up. I didn't dwell on it, but it still made me feel like I was sick. And you got to move on to the next one. But you've got to take that pride. You know, if you don't have pride in what you do and you don't want to support your teammates, it's going to show up on the ice. And I think that's what's going on right now. And it's very sad to me because the Blues have always been known as a team. I remember Gretzky in the 80s. Yeah. He says, I don't like playing against the Blues because they always come after me. They always play tough defense.
That's why he wanted to stay here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why he wanted to stay here. Right. I mean, that's exactly why he wanted to stay here, because he didn't want to have to play against them. And that's why he went. That's the other reason he went to the East Coast, the East. Mm-hmm. Right? He said that. He did. I'm hoping that I get to meet him on New Year's Eve. I really am. I'm hoping that he's going to show up on New Year's Eve.
He will if he's in town.
Did you know where I'm sitting New Year's Eve?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know where I'm sitting?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So there's a good chance if he's in town, I'm going to get to meet
him. If he's in town, he most likely will probably come.
And I know I'm going to get to meet Bernie. Because I'm pretty sure during the breaks or during the game, Bernie goes in the lounge.
Right? I've never seen him go in there in all the years I had club seats, and I was up and down a lot right by their suite.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that he didn't go, because I could have missed him. I mean, I was actually there to watch the game. I wasn't up there waiting by the suite. But you know what? If Twister is around, Tony Twist will probably be. I've seen him.
I asked Twist. Mm-hmm. Twist does not watch the game anymore. He hates it.
Well, he used to go in 2008 and 9. In 2008 and 9, he did.
Okay, but he is coming to my birthday party.
Neat.
Right? You're coming, I hope.
What's that? When's that?
December 30th, Friday night. Clayton.
I would, but I don't celebrate birthdays.
I will kick your ass.
Well, you're going to have to kick it, buddy.
I'm sorry. This is my birthday.
I'm aware of that.
This is my show. We're doing a show, so you got to come for the show. Doing a show. I remember.
I thought the show was January 2nd.
The largest defenseman in the end.
Okay, the only small defenseman they have, and I got into this with somebody the other day, is Krug. The other guys are all over 6 foot, 6'2", 6'3", 6'5". They're all big defensemen, all of them.
Matty C. Hey, we're losing 2-1 to the Rangers, Matty. So same thing, buddy. Same thing.
Yeah. The difference is, Matty, our team.
I don't miss Perron. I don't think Perron's the problem.
Nope,
everyone thinks that Perron. If one guy leaving your team put you from 109 points to this bullshit, you were never a freaking team.
Yeah, you were never a good team.
He's
not Wayne Gretzky. He's not Wayne Gretzky. He's not Mario Lemieux. He's not a generational type of talent that if you lose him, you'll notice it. He's not that.
No. Right. Okay, looks like the game's back on. Guys, I'll see you hopefully at the second intermission. Thanks, Lance. See you then.
Yeah.
You better start rethinking the 30th, bud.
I know
you're coming for the second, though.
Yeah, I'm coming for the second.
Right? The 30th is at JP Fields. Now, it's not 100% set yet. Mm-hmm. I'm waiting for Soup to call me. But I do know that alumni will be there.
Soupy's going to call you, Mr. Campbell?
Yes. He owns JP Fields.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, he owns JP Fields and Geyer Inn.
Oh, cool.
Right? And the other one, Cusimano's Bar and Grill, pizza place. The guys talked to me. He'd actually offered me the 30th too.
Oh, cool.
Now, what I may do, I'm going to talk to him the 28th. When I fly in, I may do a late, like an evening 9 o'clock, 9:30 show there, just with me, just to get a feel for the place, to see what I need to set up or something like that, what the internet is, what's comfortable, what lighting I need or whatever, to see if I need to rent anything. So we'll go from there. Okay, guys, enjoy. We'll see you at the intermission. Aloha. Holy shnikey, where did that come from? Oh my goodness. Tarasenko is fired up. Yes, he is. He's fired up. Fired up. Fired up. Oh my, wow, man. I'm telling you, that was I didn't expect that. I don't think anybody did. All right, where are we at? Shockey says, I get, but it sometimes worked. I don't know. Oh, shit. I don't know what you guys are saying. 3 goals in the second, 3-1 for a 4-3 lead. Wow. You know, you look at the second, Tarasenko, 12 seconds in, he just pounds one in, using Danny's thing there. He just pounds one in. I mean, pounds it. ESPN, you should be getting the game. It should be on ESPN Plus or NHL Network, bud. Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's, who is that? It might be Erickson. I sent somebody a link earlier to the thing to click on. I got to figure that out, man. It's making it hard. Wow, Kyrou shot. And then O'Reilly. Kyrou's got 2 points today. Krug took a shot off the hand, and I haven't seen him back, so I don't know what's going on with him. Hopefully we get it. The Blues Islanders game, well, they don't play yet. They play tomorrow. So you should be able to see it. What the F was that, Lance?
That was a strange period. I mean,
I haven't seen that from our Blues in forever. But wow, I mean, Bennington got really lucky. I mean, that God, Kako just missed putting. You know, I say you make your own puck luck. Well, that's what happens. You know, Kako doesn't make his own puck luck, and the Blues do. They make him pay. And if you're from Hawaii, you know what Kako is an area around here. So that's why that came out. Keep Thomas off power play, terrible passing. I'm with John Hefner on this one. I'm actually with him. His passing on that 4-on-3 was horrible. He passed it right to him.
I've watched him last couple of games. He's doing a lot of lazy, slow passes. You can't do those in the NHL. He might have gotten away with those in junior and even in the AHL, but he's not going to get away with those.
Yeah,
did anybody notice
anymore? It is.
Does anybody agree with me? Does anybody agree with me that this was O'Reilly's best period he's had all year?
This is O'Reilly's best game he's had all year.
I mean, he actually looks like he's trying.
Yeah. Brian Davenport, Paul Barcheka. Now, Paul Barcheka, he is the guy that I've been in contact with Cusimano's Pizza Place, Bar and Grill, whatever it is. You guys have got to support him. If you're in the Manchester, I think, not Manchester, Maplewood area. Maplewood, Kirkwood, down, West County. I call it Mid County. I know a lot of people call it West County. If you're down in there, man, you got to support this guy because this guy's been jumping on the show. He's really liking the show, and he can help get us. We're at 19 people. We have 11 on YouTube and 8 on Guy Benson. Keep it going, guys. That's what we've been missing. Now let's come out in the third and show it.
Mm-hmm.
Take the lead. Really take it off. Tarasenko, there should have been an assist on this, but Tarasenko just right place, right time, and Kapawi and you could tell he was happy. And then him and Trouba. I mean, Trouba got his gloves up in Tereshchenko's face on that shot, and Tereshchenko, I thought he was going to have a shot at the at a Gordie Howe hat trick, but they only gave him the 2 minutes for roughing. Right?
Yeah, as a player, you can't let a guy give you those mitts in your sniffer. You can't do that after a goal like that. You've got to go back after him to show, hey, you're not going to do that to me, and you're not going to do that to anybody else. So all you people out there that think Vladimir Tarasenko is a weak player, I think that should have showed you that he's not.
I know the score is 4-3. Blues. They let's go over to the second period summary real quick. At the 12-second mark, yes, the 12-second mark, Vladimir Tarasenko gets his 7th of the season, listed as unassisted. I think Buchnevich will get a late assist on that.
They might change
right?
it. Yeah,
they may change it.
Mm-hmm.
Then just 54 seconds later, Torchek, he's able to take the lead again and make it 3-2, or pardon me, 3-2. Yeah, man, boy, am I having a day. What the hell? Okay, Voracek makes it 3-2 on an even strength goal at the 107 mark. And then we get some, action. We see some penalties. We see some life from Tereshchenko. The Rangers start showing some frustration, and at 11:04 on the power play, Kyrou finally fires in a beautiful shot. I mean, top corner, and they kind of made something about him kind of moving around, right? And the way he kind of like deked them. I don't know if it was that so much as it was he finally got into the spot where he should have been. Mary thinks it hit someone before it went in. I didn't. I thought it went in clean.
I thought it went in clean too.
I thought that one went in clean.
Maybe I missed something.
That saves on shin by Igor wasn't that impressive after the replay. The windmill was after. Yeah, that was one of them where as soon as he shot it, I said blocker. He should have gone blocker on that one. He absolutely should have gone blocker. And that's what the Blues are missing is that one-timer, and if he's got it, use it. And that's what he hasn't been doing because, I think coaching has taken him out of it some, right? The one on us. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, my goodness. We have a guest. Lance, we have a special guest. Are you ready for our special guest?
I know who it is.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, special guest.
Hi.
Enlighten us.
I went to watch the game for, a small period of time. I left Leia alone for 1 minute in the kitchen. She decided to give herself layers. But, it's not that short. She's coming. Hold on.
Yeah, she's coming. Where's Miss Layla?
They took off probably 5 inches.
Leia.
Hi, Leia.
Hi.
She's
I can deal with that. That's not bad. Hers about my same length.
Yeah.
Hey, I had 2 out of 3 of my kids did that. They got it in their head that they'd like to cut their hair, and we had to.
I
fix
did it
too,
once.
So yeah,
I did it once.
Yeah,
I did it once. No, Shaggy is at a wedding, so I was hoping he would be on today. He might be with us tomorrow. Oh no, I don't know about that yet. I don't know if I'm ready for you yet, Jason. I love you to death. I just don't know if I'm ready to.
I already told him that I will put him on if you ever have a show where you can't do it and I'm going on.
Okay,
he'll be my guest.
Yeah, I don't know if I can. I like Jason and all. I don't know, and I mean this in the nicest of way. I don't know if I can handle someone who constantly in the condition he's in.
I think what Guy's trying to say is Guy has a feeling that he might be a little unpredictable.
That's an understatement.
I'm trying to be nice here.
Oh, I know.
I love Jason too. He's great.
Yeah, he is. But it's just, I don't know, man. This is crazy. This game is crazy. But it's a game the Blues needed, and it could be a turnaround game.
Let's hope.
I know, Jason. I know you're kidding. We're messing with you.
This is accurate.
Oh, and Ashley wants to take a nap.
All right.
I mean, it's accurate. It's not me, but
Yeah,
I would
it's
say
Ryan
that.
Green.
I
That's
would say
Ryan.
that. So very good job.
All right. Have you figured out all your reproductive systems yet?
Oh, I took the test.
I took the test. All right. Oh, I got
Didn't go
me
so
one
well.
of those back things, so maybe I'm going to sit up a little better.
Oh, okay.
All right. Ashley's telling me now, after wanting me to cut my hair, now she's saying I shouldn't cut my hair.
Don't cut your hair.
Ooh, that didn't go down. That didn't feel good. Ooh, that did not feel good.
Part of the change of my mind, though, was when I saw that picture of you and your family on the couch a couple years ago. This wasn't just a whim. You like your hair long, so keep it long.
Oh.
Yeah, you know. Lance is good. Yeah.
I'm just saying, when she said part of the change, I thought she was going in a totally different direction. I thought she was going to start talking about hormones and stuff like that.
No, that was a couple days ago. I'm done with that.
That's why
now.
I thought you were going to say it when you said part of the change. I'm like, whoa, TMI.
And I did fine on the hormones. It was
Right.
the darn male reproductive glands that got me.
Oh my goodness.
They always get you.
I mean, I've had babies. I know the female part. I don't know the male part. I lack it.
Yeah, it's okay. Most males don't either. Males know one part and that's it. Maybe two. Maybe you give them the second one, you know. My balls are jingling.
And actually, balls would be an incorrect term on the test.
You know, one of the best things ever.
Testes.
One of the best things ever in a line in the movie is Kindergarten Cop. My dad's a gynecologist and he looks at vaginas all day. That is one of the best things. That is one of the best things. Kids, and I guarantee you some kid has said that. Some gynecologist kid has said that.
I'm sure.
For me, the best thing for a kid is from Jerry Maguire. Right? Do you know the human brain weighs 5 pounds or something like that? Right? That to me, that was just the way he'd come out and say it, like it was just a fact that everybody should know. You know?
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The wipe my own ass from Big Daddy still.
I'll go with that one. I like that one too.
I remember that.
We got to come up with hockey player sayings. What's a good hockey? What's something a hockey player has said that we can talk about on an off night show, maybe Wednesday show. I got to get with Maddie because Maddie really wants to do this hockey show, the hockey movie show with you two guys. And I don't know. I've been going back and forth with how to do it because I can't come up. Like I have 10 movies, but I can't put them in an order that I'm ever happy with. Right. I can't. And I'm going to get killed because I'll have Slapshot much lower than everybody else will. Right. I've had Slapshot as low as 10. And that's the thing. Oh, by the way, for all my buddies and friends that do go to the games, or you get to go to the authentic store down at the arena, keep an eye out on the military warm-up jerseys and kind of let me know if they're running out of those, because I'm getting one. Right? I'm getting one. I may even, after I land, go straight down to the stadium. I may just go straight down there. Right? Because I think I want one really bad. Really bad.
Yes, Ryan. It would be a badass hockey name.
Ryan Green is a badass hockey name. There actually is a Ryan Green, isn't there?
Used to be a Green. Yeah.
No, I think there's a Ryan Green on Chicago. Oh, what'd she say?
She said she got to go. Gotta go.
Yep. Leia must have did something. Or either that or it got too quiet.
Goon is way down on my list.
Oh, I don't have Goon at all.
I've got that.
I can't stand Goon.
I'm not a big fan of it either. I think it's just, it doesn't give hockey players justice. It doesn't explain the enforcer, the so-called goon. It's just a movie to have a movie. It's like, I don't know. It's just not one of my favorites. And
Jay Bushnell in that movie. I love Jay Bushnell. Okay?
I do too. Yeah.
I think he's a wonderful actor.
He is, yeah.
Right? I can name a couple of movies of his that I will watch time and time again.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
She's Out of Your League. I will watch that over and over and over again.
Young Blood. Yes, Michael Edwards.
Yes, that's on my list. That's high
Mine
on my
too.
list.
Mine too.
The other one that he did that I would really watch, and it doesn't get credit for how good it was because of another actor in it, was The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Right? I thought, but when he does that character that he plays, and he's played it in a couple of different movies, that he plays in Goon, it destroyed the movie for me. It really did. It took out what Goon could have been and turned it into just, you know what it turned it into? A freaking, who's that jackass that I can't stand? I know
Will
someone's going to know it. Huh? Will Ferrell. It turned it into a Will Ferrell movie.
It's along those lines to me too.
And to me, right? Yeah. See, Bob.
That's a good one.
I can't. I know so many people want to put Slapshot up there, right? Slapshot to me, as great as it was, and for the time it was, captured some of the essence of hockey. If you want a movie that captures the full-on essence of hockey, that's Mystery Alaska. I thought that captured it in small-town ways. Yep. Like, I've watched that show.
This has been a great preview for this show that Matt wants to do, but let's save it for Matt's show and let's talk stats.
Yeah, and I want to say one more thing to Ashley. Yeah. I noticed when you came back on, you did that parental, just keep telling yourself you love your children, but at least you don't have 4. And that'll make you happy.
I have 5 on the weekends.
What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Yeah,
I only have 3 that are biologically mine, but the other 2 are mine too. I kind of adopted them.
Okay, here we go. So let's get in with the stats. St. Louis Blues have, and my mouse is jumping around like Leia. Blues have 22 shots to the Rangers 12. The Blues have had 12 blocked, where the Rangers have had only 8 blocked. Blues have had 10 that missed the net when the Rangers have only missed the net twice. Blues have had 14 hits to the Rangers 16. They're controlling the puck. Blues have had 1 giveaway to the Rangers 6. Blues have had 1 takeaway to the Rangers 6. Blues are losing the face-off battle 18-23 when it was even at the first. 44% to 56%. Other than that, I mean, I can't fault what we're seeing. I think we're seeing very good hockey from the Blues, and I want to see it again. Mm-hmm. I want to see it again. Well, you're just plain nuts.
I'm number 7 of 8 kids, so I come from a big family. I mean,
I'm technically number 2 of 4, but actually 1 of 3. So we're almost there. Let's see what happens in the third. I look forward. By the way, Zombo Apocalypse, also AC Generator, is at this game.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, I've gotten pictures, and he's talked to me.
Cool.
He's sending me. Cool. And let me just say this, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, especially with the breakdown I've been having, you guys are reaching out to me in ways that I would have never expected, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. It's helping change some of my thought process. And I keep telling myself, I'm going to go home to St. Louis alone, broke and homeless. And in all actuality, not one of those 3 things is going to happen because of guys like you. And I got to say that. We will be back for the post game. They're dropping the puck. See ya. let us play shit hockey and let everybody know that we're shit, because that was shit. How do you play that fucking bad after the second period? You prevent defense, and what did it prevent you from doing? Winning. Unreal, man. Just unfreaking real. This is a team that's not playing for each other. You know, they don't know how to play for each other. You know, how many times are they going to give up 3 goals in a period? Yeah, it's getting it that way. I mean, does somebody want Connor Bedard in the organization? Right? I don't know, man. Comical. Oh God, I don't even know how to talk about this shit. I don't know how to talk about this. Right? I honestly don't know how to talk about something this bad, where you give up a shorthanded goal, an empty net goal, or power play goal, a shorthanded goal. I mean, you give it all up, right? You give them one power play, and they end up with 2 goals, right? On special teams. This is just horrible. It's not just bad, it's really bad. It's bad, I say, bad. They all have. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, I you know, now it's time to trade somebody. Now it's time to make a trade, and I don't care what trade they make. Make a trade, you know, trade somebody. I know who I would trade. And it's not who you would think. I think there's a guy that you can trade now, and bring somebody in, that will he might, I don't know. There's one guy that I think you can trade now that you could get somebody. Okay, how the fuck do you trade? Guys, before you say trade somebody, know whether or not they're tradable. First of all, Parayko's not tradable. He has a no trade clause. And you can't trade a player that plays shit. It doesn't work that way. You have to play. Nobody wants him. What are you going to get? A bag of pucks? It doesn't work that way anymore. You just don't trade a guy because he's bad. It doesn't happen. The only guy on this team right now that I think you can trade and get somebody for is Barbashev. That's it. That's it. The other one is O'Reilly, but you wait on O'Reilly. God, I'm getting tired of this. I'm sorry, Mike, but I'm sick and tired of everybody trade the worst fucking player. It doesn't work that way. Nobody takes them, especially with the contract and his no trade clause. Okay, he submits a list with no names on it. He doesn't have to submit the list. Well, you know, that's what this is. You know, they're giving me the stroke. And you know what? You guys tell me to calm down. When I'm arguing, when I'm yelling, you guys like that. I get more people watching when I do that. You don't like calm, nice guy. You want mean, yelling, screaming guy. Right? You know that. Very careless with the puck. Vladdy's not going anywhere. Okay? Vladdy has a no trade clause, full no trade clause. I'm almost be with you right now, Brad. I don't know if Letty's well, tonight he was. I will say that. I saw a lot with Letty tonight that I didn't like. I really did. Hey, man, I got 23 people. The latest ones who we were Nathan Myers. Thank you, Nathan. Byron Davenport, Paul Barcheka, Marianne Holmes, Michael Edwards, Tammy Pemberton, Sammy Helms, Jeremy Brander, and a lot more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're talking about everybody. Okay, but he has that no trade clause. And there are maybe 5 or 6 teams that he's willing to go to if he's willing to go anywhere. I'm sorry. I'm just not on the trade. I won't be on the trade Vladdy thing. Yes, you're absolutely right, Tammy. Yeah? Yeah, John, you did. I don't even know if I want to bring this guy in. If you're going to come in and be, if you're going to shit on my Cheerios, you might as well just go away. If you're coming here to shit on my Cheerios, just go away.
I'm going to tell you something, guy. I'm going to tell you something right now. Okay. I'm at this wedding right now. Okay. I'm keeping track of the score, and I'm watching a little bit of the game here and there, trying to get as much as I can in the game. I mean, you got the wedding ceremony going on, and I'm sitting there sneaking under with the game. And I got my grandparents looking at me like I'm completely out of my mind. And I'm like, dude, I got a freaking game. I'm sorry.
I would have watched the game instead of going to the wedding. So
I had my grandparents here, and they were sort of pressurizing me. You got to come, yo. You got to do this. So I did this. Anyways, like this. The Rangers played tonight angry because of how badly they've been playing. I cannot tell you how I did not expect them to win this game. Once Tarasenko
they didn't win this game. The Blues lost it.
The Blues lost it, but you have to realize something. When Tarasenko scored the goal immediately in the second period to tie the game, I'm like, that's it. It's over.
It should have been.
It should have been over. And the Blues had this in coverage. When I look back at this game, I say, you know what? The Rangers played well enough to not screw up, but they still screwed up enough that I'm going to go back and look at tape and say, what the heck were you doing? But in honestly, the Blues, I don't even know what to tell you, because this was their game, and you're playing against a team that has been blowing leads, has been blowing any type of chance to win games, and they just didn't do it. I cannot believe. You know what? I see one guy wants to fire Berube. I'm sorry to tell you, this was maybe on the players over Berube. I don't know if you.
I disagree. I disagree.
Why do you believe
because that? If this was one game, yes, it was on the players. This is 5 in a row of the exact same nonsensical, not caring, not fighting for each other play. If Berube, this is on the coach now.
If this is on Berube,
look at their wins. Win 3, lose 8, win 7, lose 5, or lose 2, win 1, lose 5, lose 6. That's when you have that, that's on the coach. That's not on the players.
If you're putting it on Berube, I'll tell you this much. If you're putting this on Berube, does he go before Gallant goes?
Did what?
Does Berube go before Gallant goes? Who gets fired?
I think Berube needs to be gone. I don't think Berube. I'll tell you what. They lose to the Islanders tomorrow. Berube's gone.
Well, the thing is, could you? Well, yeah. I mean, you sort of have to beat the Islanders. The Blues have players that are fantastic scoring ability players. We're talking about guys like Buchnevich and Tarasenko and O'Reilly and Thomas, and these are guys that were absolutely rocking up the league last year. I mean, a stat like that. Wow.
That's our sixth game. That's our 6th game giving up 3 goals in a period.
Wow. Are you really?
That's our 6th game in a row. 7th game in a row. It's our 16th game of the year.
By the way, for anyone listening, you got to understand that I don't think people appreciate what Guy does. I get a text today. He messaged me, PMs me on, I don't know where you go, PM, DM, or whatever you go, on Twitter, and he sends me the entire stats of Blues versus Rangers. Dude, nobody does that. No one ever just sends me stats because I'm part of the show. I feel honored. No, seriously, Guy, that was so appreciative. I was looking at going through these stats and stuff. Stats don't mean everything because every game is different.
Yeah,
but when you
I
look
know
at
that.
stats and those type of things, and you read these numbers and stuff, and you look and you go, wow, you can really look at the game from another perspective. It's very nice that you sent that to me. Thank you. But one of the
Oh,
things
you're welcome. See, I got lucky a year ago and got made a member of the NHL media.
Right.
So I got put up. So I have the media site, and I haven't lost it, thank God. So I'm on, and this is what they put out every day. Now that isn't public, but it's really, really hard to find. So that's why you can read it. So what I do is I send them out to guys that I know are going to be on the show and to give us all something to talk about. So that's why I do that.
Right. So here's the thing. Bennington was never this way. He was never this way. When's the last time, guy, that you saw a goalie act the way Bennington's been acting? That's where I thought at first there's something wrong in the locker room. There's something going on. There is,
absolutely,
for sure. Most times you don't know when there's something wrong. There is 100% something wrong. Yeah, okay. You know what? The Rangers broadcast has good announcers. And
so John does something really neat for me. He lives in Louisiana, so he's not in St. Louis, so he can watch both broadcasts, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of watching the St. Louis broadcast, he watched the other team broadcast, so he can tell me what their announcers are saying. So I appreciate that.
We like our announcers. I can't, mostly because of how legendary they are, not because of those things. You know what I mean? Yeah. Windy City Hockey. I don't want to talk to you.
Nobody wants to talk to Windy right now. We love him though. I'm not going to stay really long. I know you got the wedding. Are you going to be here tomorrow for the Islanders?
I should be here tomorrow for the Islanders. I won't be there maybe during the game, but before and after the game, I'm going to try to be on.
Oh, sounds great, man. Sounds great.
Okay, we got to do a good preview of that game because I actually think there's a important point that they could accomplish tomorrow after this loss in which they give up so-called 6 goals, technically 5. There's an important thing when you face a team.
Oh, they gave up 6. They gave up straight 6.
Right, but I mean, if you know what I mean, this is right. You gave up 6, and
the last one was a shorthanded goal. They didn't give up an empty net.
Right. You're going to be facing a better goalie though tomorrow in a different way.
Yeah.
You're going to face a team that's defensive and physical, and you could actually take advantage of that.
I know it's not all Berube. I know the players play, and I know Bob's doing this on purpose because he doesn't put anything on Berube. Bob will not. I put everything on Berube. Bob will put nothing on Berube. At some point,
for any
leadership
team,
has to take responsibility.
Yeah, exactly. There's a certain point, and this is why, if you look in general at any team, okay? I can give you example after example. Shut up. How do you call it? When this city's not okay. I'm not even responding to that because the whole Trouba situation. If you had 1 goal, would it be different? Okay, let's move on. You have to put things on management for the degree of a team that Berube came in and did really, really well with this team. And now that it's suddenly turned the other way and you completely lost control.
His message is worn thin. His message is worn thin. And the problem is, you look at the 3 assistant coaches, right? Or the 4 assistant coaches, they're all the same guy. You have Hitchcock.
Right.
You have McTavish. You have Ott and I forget the Van Ryan. They're all defensive guys. You have no offense, no offensive coach in that. No players coach, no coach. They're all the same coach. They're all caveman coaches. I heard that term and I really like it. That's what they are. They're all caveman coaches. They haven't adjusted to this faster, quicker game. You have Kyrou, who is not allowed to use his speed. Tarasenko showed us on Saturday what type of player he is on that goal he scored against the Penguins by getting behind the defense, getting the pass from his guys and being 1-on-none.
Bring up that message.
But he's almost never allowed to do that.
This guy, what's called it, Robert Martin. Yeah, you don't win 8 in a row if his message is stale. It's a player's problem. That is 100% not true. Winning 8 in a row is just the opposite. Sometimes the players get together, they create something with the fact that they are unhappy. Berube, look, let me tell you something about coaches. I'm a coach on Sundays for a football league, and these kids give up if they're down by a touchdown. We're talking about 1 score. You got it. I'm sorry. You got to be a leader, control the room. If you are losing games consistently in a row, I don't care if you win 8 in a row. If you lose 7 in a row after that, where's your message?
Yeah.
If a guy loses, you know why Gallant was so good last year? The Rangers never lost 3 in a row. Did they necessarily win a lot of games in a row? No. Did they lose 2 games here and there in a row? Yes. But when you're able to hold a losing streak down, that's important. Okay, Robert, relax.
So first of all, the first Shag, let me make sure you understand this. Robert is a very, very good friend. He is not.
Okay.
He's not being a jackass. He's being facetious. Okay.
Oh, believe me, I'm used to that. I have a couple friends like that. Believe me.
So don't take what he says wrong. He is a very good friend. He's a friend of the show. He's not being, and he's making sure he's kidding. But
right.
Yeah,
Robert, Robert, we love you so much as a Ranger and a Blues fan could like each other. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Right,
Rob, his kids consider me Uncle Guy, and you know what? What his kids will do if they see me on the show, like they'll watch the show sometimes. If they see me and I'm not like really pepped up or I'm having a bad time, they'll get on his phone and send me a video telling me to cheer up. His oldest 2 boys do it all the time. You can ask them. I get videos from them. Cheer up, guy. It ain't that bad. We're going to win tonight or something like that. I'll get that from them all the time.
Well, didn't I tell you a while? I told you, I don't remember. I think it was before the, I think Avalanche series of yours. The hardest month I think you have is this month.
Yeah.
And so if this is the month that is hard and you don't do well, okay, and we put this on Berube, let's say, and then you don't fire him yet, and then you finish this month, you have an easier schedule, you start winning more games more often. I mean, maybe it's just the deal of the fact
you cannot enter January more than if you are less than 475 points percentage entering January, you have no chance.
How many points back are they?
They're like 5 back. 4 or 5
You're not
back.
so bad. You got to stay within those 5 points though. You cannot move.
But you've got it. You cannot be under 5. You've got to be really close to 500. This is not going to be like 19 where you can go on this huge win streak. You have too many teams ahead of you.
I call it 7 heaven. I call it 7 heaven. You're more than 7, you go to heaven.
Yeah. So they've got to play. They've got to figure something out between now and the end of the month. There's no doubt. I'm going to 2 games. Oh, you don't know where I get to sit for one of the games.
Oh boy.
Oh, by the way, my buddy AC Generator, who asked you where to sit, said thank you.
Okay, thank you. I'm very happy that
he got the seats where you told him to. He sent me pictures and he said these are great.
I'm very happy for him because I was literally discussing with my wife actually afterwards, like, I hope the guy that I told her to sit actually enjoyed it because that's where I would sit. That's where I would enjoy the game.
No, I got pictures and he told me to tell you thank you. I wanted to tell you that, right?
Anytime you have any of these questions in MSG, I could let you know. I wish I could go to more games. It happens to be I'm busy schedule. I can't just run out to a game. And when I go to a game, I go to a game.
I'm going to the game on the 29th against the Blackhawks. I have seats, but I'm looking for different seats. And then on the 31st, I don't even know if I should tell you this because I know you're going to be mad.
Oh, boy.
I'm sitting in the Blues alumni suite. See? He's so mad he went away. I got a ticket to the alumni suite.
Oh, my God.
I'm sitting New Year's Eve with I only got 1 ticket. I didn't get 2. I was hoping for 2, but I got 1. I'm sitting with Bruce Affleck, Kelly Chase, possibly Brett Hull, possibly Wayne Gretzky.
What? If you see Wayne, let him know that we could use some of that back a little bit. We need
Jamie Rivers, Bernie Federko. Right? Those are the guys that I will possibly be sitting with.
Well, the question is, will they let you interact with them?
Yeah. I'm in there. I'm right in there with them. And besides, I know a lot of them. You got to remember, I know these guys, right? Oh I know Bruce Affleck. I know Mike Zook. I know Jamie Rivers. I know Terry Yake, who's going to be there. I know Reed Lowe, who's going to be there. I know them. They text me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? They text me things. So these guys, I'm going to have full-on interaction with them, and this is like a dream for me.
Wow, that's
right.
No, that's ridiculous. No,
And that's the day after
oh
the day after my 54th birthday. So
wow. No, you know what? I'll tell you something, guy. If there's one person I could see doing this, it's you, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was, when I asked, I hated asking for it. I really did. But I called Bruce and I asked him, and I told him, I said, I hate doing this. I really do. He said, oh no, guy, it's not a problem. If I can do it, I'll do it. And then I get a call a couple days later saying, yeah, I was hoping to have my birthday party in their lounge at Centene, but unfortunately it's already booked. Right. Yeah. So I'm going to have my lounge at Jim Campbell's place, Soup.
Right.
I'm going to have my birthday party at his place.
People also have to remember, we got to get those 100 viewers over there.
Yeah, well, we haven't even gotten close to that. So,
you never know. You know what I mean? It's happening.
Yep. We got 2 games. We got the next 2 games to do it, and we haven't gotten close. Well, hey, Shag, I want to thank you. I know you're doing your wedding. Enjoy it.
All right.
You did great. I appreciate you for coming on.
My
right,
pleasure.
well, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to go walk off this hate for the bullshit that we got to see tonight. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow's game is a half hour later than tonight's game. So I'll be on at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. The game is at 6:30 Central Standard Time. So I'll be there. Shaggy will probably be here along with a few others. Guys, have a great night. This is Guy for Shagalicious saying aloha mahalo. And you got to know we're bleeding blue, at least some type of blue, with you. Aloha.